I want to discuss in this video how both genders need to look at themselves when entering the sexual marketplace. As a man, if you're a high caliber man, I want you to look at yourself a certain way. And if you are a feminine, cooperative, peaceful woman, aka wifey material, I want you to look at yourself a certain way as you enter the marketplace. Okay, let's jump right into it. Okay, as a man, there are certain criteria you need to make in order for you to be a high caliber man. I know the word high value man, which is caught some buzz now and it's very famous. A lot of people are using it now. And to be honest with you, it's always been around. It's been around since thousands and thousands of years before time. A high caliber man, meaning a high value man, they both are the same. But when I say high caliber, I want to put some parameters on it a little bit to give it a little more detail on how it is based on the modern day time that we're living in. So if you're a high caliber man, what I would consider it as is if you're at least making upwards of $300,000 a year. And the reason why I say 300,000 because $300,000 a year, universal, no matter what state you live in, is pretty good. From Miami, right, to New York, to Boston, Massachusetts, to Los Angeles. Okay, those are the four top cities where the cost of living is crazy. It's very, very high. So if you make $100,000 a year living in Miami, to be honest with you, you can fit in the category of a high value man, right? Especially if you're single, you have no kids, you only have time and money to really invest into yourself. Yes, like Kevin Samuels would say, rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. His indicators was $100,000 a year, and you have to make that for more than, I believe he said 3 years or 4 years or something like that. So there was a requirement of how many years that you have to make that money. You have to be linked in, right? So a lot of these are similar to when I say a high caliber man. Now, my indicators of a high caliber man is, like I said, $300,000 is your minimum. Okay, because that means no matter where you live in the United States of America, you're in the top, easily in the top 10%, right? Atlanta, right? From Alabama, right, to Denver, Colorado, like anywhere else, even in Miami, you can do pretty good. This would be a little tight on you making 300,000 and to live in these certain areas, but you can still live a wonderful, affordable, and a nice luxury lifestyle, right? If you're a single man, you have no family, right? You got your stuff together, you got your credit score high, which is my other indicator, right? To be a high caliber man, you need a credit score of at least 700. Okay, so 700, you make $300,000 a year. You have to be locked in and linked in, meaning whatever you're doing. We're not talking about the scammers. We're not talking about the drug dealers. We know how they get down. We're talking about paperwork. We're talking about filing taxes. We're talking about a business, right? Something that's on paper where it can be documented, right? So it could fit into the statistics. So I'm talking about these types of guys. People know what they do. When they walk into the room, they already know what they do. They have a social media presence, right? These are high caliber men. Okay. So when I say high caliber, this is when I get into how you need to look at yourself if you fit these criteria. Okay. So high caliber men or value men, they are the same, just different indicators, but generally they're the same. Okay. So if you are a high caliber man, you need to look at yourself. This is where we get into it. You need to look at yourself as an prestige college. Okay. When I say prestige college, yeah, we're talking about Harvard University. We're talking about Stanford. We're talking about top notch schools. Okay. Where you need a great GPA to get accepted. Think about that. You know what I'm saying? So if you carry yourself this way, right, as you meet women, you're not going to allow everybody to come into your school. right? You're going to disqualify a lot. There's a reason why a lot of people can try to apply for these types of schools. They can apply all they want. That's you dating. Okay. You could date all you want, but not everybody you're going to allow to be into your university because your university is you. You're an alpha man. You're a leader. You're a provider. You have resources. You know, your time is more valuable than money. So the time that you even give out to anybody is costing you a lot. So you need to be very, very particular in who you choose to accept into your university. Yeah, let's get into it. Now, okay, now you figured out your school, right? You got over 700 in credit score, you know, you have a great job, great career, great skill, you have your own place, you have your own vehicle, right? You working out, you getting fit, you losing weight. That's why I don't even care if you're a big guy or you a small guy. Try to stay in shape, get your money together. You that guy now, no matter where you at in the world. Okay? You are a prestige college. There's a lot of women that wants to be accepted into that school. But you have to really break that down to understand what is her GPA. It's an acronym. Follow me. The G stands for good looking. You want to make sure that the girl that you're talking to, the girl that you're dating, that you're vetting out, you want to make sure that you are sexually attracted to her. Okay? There's a scientific reason why a man should be sexually attracted to his woman. I understand a lot of us want to go down in looks to go up in characteristics and all that, and I get that and I understand. But what's going to happen as you become an older man, and if this is the wife that you choose, you're going to lose sexual attraction to her because you was never you was never sexually attracted to her in the first place. You was attracted to the other attributes. This is why it's important to try to go after the whole package. Just like women should try to go after the whole package. There's nothing wrong with that. Every woman should desire, you know, a guy of her dreams, right? Even though they're rare, but she still should desire that because if she has the right attributes, she can might win that guy. So every woman should go after, you know, whether he's a tall guy or whether he's handsome or whether he has money, right? Whatever her dream man in her mind is, she should go after that. Just like you as a man need to go after a beautiful woman that has a great personality, right? All these things, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Because that's what you desire. And you want to be attracted to that because there's a scientific study, right? Where when a man is attracted to his woman because she's beautiful or whatever it is, the chances of him taking that blue pill, you know what I'm saying, with all the crazy side effects causing blindness and everything, right, is because he really isn't attracted to his wife. He grew old with her. He's attracted to other things about her, but when it comes to a sexual experience, he's not attracted to her at all. So he has to take a blue pill, which causes other complications, all because the sexual attraction isn't there. And this is why a lot of older men tend to, step outside sexually. And let's not even talk about the women side of it. A lot of women don't even want to have sex with their husbands anymore after they've been together for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Sex is kind of like out the picture, right? So technically, a lot of guys, when they're in that situation, they're going to exercise options. Now, if he's a real man and he's truthful, he should always be honest. I'm always big on being honest. Okay? It's over with the lies. It's 2023. I don't know why you niggas still want to be out here lying, thinking that that's the real game to play. You can get a lot more further in life if you just be honest, and you can still get the same results. You don't need a lot of women, right? Get away with that. Like the real game right now, the real true game is being honest with women, because therefore nothing will hurt you in the future because you always kept it real with her from the start. See, it's only when you start lying in the beginning and you're gassing them up, you telling them she's the only one, I don't deal with no other woman, and this, that, and the third, and then you get caught up in the future. Now she's not only embarrassed, she's looking at you like a clown, and she's always gonna have that over you, saying that you're a liar, you ain't a real ass nigga, and all this other type of stuff. Why go through that? Just be real with them up front. right? So that's another thing for another day, right? Keep it real. That's real game right there. Like if you're dealing with multiple women, keep it real with them. If she likes it, she likes it. If she don't, she don't. You know. But at least you gave her that opportunity, right? So number two, this is what I want to get into in GPA. The P, the P stands for personality. Okay, what is her GPA? Number one, good looking. You want to be sexually attracted to her, right? I already broke that down. Reason why. Number two is P, personality. What is her personality? Is her personality loving? Is her personality caring? Is her personality always outgoing? Right? Is it always wanting to be there for you? Always willing to take time away from whatever she's doing in her life to put it aside to be with you? That's what you need to look for. These are the things you need to look for in her personality. Is she respectful? How does she carry herself every day? That's her personality. This is why it's important to look at her personality as well as her looks. You want both, right? Don't just settle for personality and give up on looks, because you're, like I said, you're going to damage yourself in the future because you're really not sexually attracted to this person. You should always go after who you are sexually attracted to. That's why you walked to her or you approached her when she was at Target or when she was walking down the street or when she was at the gas station. This is why you approached her. You approached her because you were sexually attracted to her. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, personality is just as important. Okay. I'm not for the trade it off for this, that, and the third. No, you need to go out there and find both. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, oh, you need to give up on how she looked, go down in looks. No, listen, if you're gonna have an attitude with a baddie, I'd rather you have an attitude with a baddie. Come on. You want to have an attitude? You want to be with a woman who has an attitude and she look like hungry hippo? You know what I'm saying? She look like an ape out here, like, you know what I'm saying? She hideous, and you still want to deal with her, and you still, come on, you're gonna end up blowing your brains out dealing with a woman who you're not sexually attracted to, and you dealing with her bullshit. If you're gonna deal with some bullshit, at least deal with a baddie doing it. Now, personally, like I said, I don't deal with no type of stress. I don't deal with no type of argumentative energy. I don't deal with none of that. I only deal with respectable women. Okay, so that's P, personality. What is her personality? And then we're gonna get into A, GPA. She need to be an asset. Mm, yeah, an asset, boy. You see, once you work yourself up to a high caliber guy, most likely you will probably be an entrepreneur. You probably have multiple business going on for yourself, and most importantly, you have time and you probably have money to invest. This is why the woman that you choose, you need to make sure she's an asset so she can be an asset to your life so you can improve. That's the point of having a woman in your life. If you have a woman in your life, but you're constantly being drained, meaning your resources constantly being drained, your time is constantly being drained, your energy is constantly being drained, your attention is constantly being drained. If you don't have nothing coming into you no more, guess what's going to happen? You will drain out. You only can give out so much. Okay? This is why it's important to know, is she a asset or is she a liability? If she's a liability, she will drain you. Okay? But if she's an asset, she's willing to figure out what's wrong in your life like a puzzle. Okay, this fits right here. I see he's not good with math. He's not good with numbers. He's doing this on his taxes wrong. I can come in and fix that. Oh, when I come to his house is not dirty, but it needs to be straightened out a little bit here and there. I can organize it. I can color coordinate his closet. Oh my God, when women do stuff like that, it separates her from all other women. That is proven to you that she is an asset. And when she's an asset, that means she's a keeper. So to go back to it, GPA, okay? Good looking, personality, and asset. If that GPA score is high, you can accept her into your university. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, but you have to be a Harvard, you have to be a Stanford, you have to be a prestige college. This is tough to do if you're a Roxbury Community Crossing. It's tough to do if you're a Bunker Hill College. It's just what it is. Because when you carry yourself as a community college, you're going to allow any woman to come into your life. You can't do that. See, when you allow any woman to come into your life because you're just accepting every woman, this is where you're probed to get women pregnant that you don't even like. You're more, the chances of you dealing with a woman who's willing to be more physically abusive to you. You're willing to deal with women who's going to be physically abusive to you, emotionally abusive to you. You know why? Because when you saw those red flags in the beginning, you ignored it because you just wanted her to come into your school. You just wanted her to be in your college, aka you wanted to be in a relationship with this woman because you ain't really got options like that. You know why you ain't got options like that? Because you ain't a high caliber guy, so you're willing to settle for anything. Mm. Get out that mindset, young blood. My young bulls, get out of that mindset.